Good morning, guys. Today we are going to learn about two stories. The stories A Monster in the Making and Mary's Journal are about Mary Shelley's trip to Switzerland in the summer 1816. The first story narrates Mary's journey and time in Switzerland. The second is a series of fictional journal entries from the same time period about how she got the idea for her most famous novel, Frankenstein. With these two stories, we are going to learn to identify the point of view. What is the point of view? The point of view is about who is telling the story. In the first person point of view, one of the characters tells the story using pronouns such as I and we. In the third person point of view, a narrator tells the story using pronouns such as he, she, and they. So, you will distinguish between first and third person accounts of the same events. It is important for you to be able to identify the point of view in a story. It gives readers insight into the story's event and the character's thoughts, feelings, and motivations. We are going to practice identify the point of view and expand on this strategy by contrasting first and third person point of view for the same story events. We are going to learn what is a pronoun. Do you remember that we are going to identify first person and third person? So pronouns such as I, you, we, he, she, it, and they are words that take the place of a noun. As you read, make sure you understand which person or things a pronoun refers to. A Monster in the Making by Julia McKay. A young family left London on an unusually cold day in May. Their plan was to go to Dover and hire a boat that wouldn't take them to Calais. It would take the coach all day to reach the coast, but they did not care. It was the first day of their journey. One day would take them all the way to Switzerland. Mary held her baby, William. Her stepsister, Claire, sat quietly next to her. They both felt a little sick from the constant movement on the coach. Only Percy, Mary's husband, wasn't bothered by the bumpy ride. He enjoyed looking at the beautiful green English countryside. Like Mary, he was a writer, a poet. Every few minutes, he would write some lines in his journal. Mary also kept a journal, but she usually wrote in it in the evenings. The coach jolted suddenly. William woke with a cry, but he was soon asleep again. Mary smiled to herself. She was looking forward to going to Switzerland. May 27, 1816. Mary and Percy entered the hotel. It had been raining recently, but this afternoon was warm and sunny. Mary and Percy Shelley! A voice called out. They turned to see who it was, and they smiled to see Lord Byron, a close friend and a well-known poet. Lord Byron, we've been expecting you. How was your trip? Percy asked. The sea between Dover and Calais was rough, but Dr. Polidori and I arrived safely, said Lord Byron. Perhaps the adventure will inspire our writing. Dr. Polidori was Lord Byron's personal doctor, but he was a writer too. Excellent. How long are you staying in the hotels? Asked Mary. Another week, I believe, answered Lord Byron. I've rented Via Diodati, but it's not ready yet. We've rented a small house on the other side of the lake, but we are here for a few more nights. Would you like to have dinner with us? Said Percy. That is a good idea, said Lord Byron. And after dinner, we can read some short stories I've just bought. Perfect, said Mary. We've already read most of the book we brought. June 16, 1816. Good morning, Mary. Have you thought of a story? Asked Percy as he entered the dining room of Via Diodati, where they were staying with Lord Byron for a few days. Mary sighed deeply. Please stop asking me that. If I think of anything, I will share it with you. Percy looked apologetic. You are right, he said. This is the third morning I've asked you that very same question. Both Lord Byron and Dr. Polidori have started writing, so I thought you might have too. After listening to Lord Byron read so many German ghost stories, Mary said, You'd think I will have some idea? Any idea? It is strange, agreed Percy sympathetically. You usually have such a vivid imagination. Yes, ever since I was a child, Mary agreed. That night, Mary lay in bed awake. Ideas swimming through her mind. She set her lamp on the table next to her bed and decided to close her eyes for a while. She didn't know now it yet, but that night she will have an extraordinary dream, and the result will horrify and delight readers around the world for years to come. July 24, 1816. What are you thinking? Percy asked. Mary looked up, startled. She hadn't heard him enter the room. She glanced down at the desk, where her journal and her travel log lay open in front of her. I was looking at my journal entry from the night I had the strange dream, she answered. It will make a vivid and wonderfully horrifying tale, said Percy. Have you decided to write a short story or a longer novel? I think it will be a longer novel, Mary replied. Traveling through the French Alps has given me more ideas. The story will take place in both the Alps and Scotland. What name have you chosen for the pale young man from the dream? Percy asked. Mary's Journal by Julia McKee. June 17, 1816. I have it. I have an idea for a ghost story. It came to me in a dream, a waking dream, last night as I lay on the bed and closing my eyes. The scene appeared. I saw a pale young man looking down at the monster he had created. It was a large, dead man. Its body was connected to a loud, powerful machine. The monster began to move. The pale young man looked excited and later horrified. He was frightened of the undead man. The creature he had brought back to life. The young man ran from the monster, leaving it attached to the machine. Later, the young man fell asleep, but then something woke him. He opened his eyes to see the terrifying creature standing over him. It looked at the young man with its yellow, questioning eyes. The young man opened his mouth to scream, but no sounds came out. June 20, 1816. I have read the idea for my horror story to Percy, Lord Byron, and Dr. Polidori. They all think it has great potential. I told them the story will be very short, but Percy disagreed. He suggests writing a novel. I still need to think of a name for the monster of the story. I think I will sit this story along the shores of the Tyne in Scotland. The winter there is as cold and gloomy as the monster from my dream. In winter it is as quiet as the dead. The only movement is the freezing wind. I'm excited to begin writing an idea finally. Do you remember what I say about the point of view? Do you remember that point of view is about who is telling the story? In the first person point of view, one of the characters tells the story using pronouns such as and we. In the third person point of view, a narrator tells the story using pronouns such as he, she, and they. I send you an image with pronouns first person, second person, third person, first person in plural, second person in plural, and third person and things. First person, subject pronoun I, object pronouns me, possessive adjective my, possessive pronoun mine, reflexive pronoun myself. Can you repeat with me? First person, subject pronoun I, object pronouns me, possessive adjective my, possessive pronouns mine, reflexive pronouns myself. Second person, subject pronoun you, object pronoun you, possessive adjective your, possessive pronouns yours, reflexive pronouns yourself. Can you repeat with me? Second person, subject pronouns you, object pronouns you, possessive adjective your, possessive pronouns yours, and reflexive pronouns yourself. Third person, male, subject pronoun he, object pronoun him, possessive adjective his, possessive pronoun his, reflexive pronoun himself. Guys, repeat with me. Third person, male, subject pronoun he, object pronoun him, possessive adjective his, possessive pronoun his, reflexive pronoun himself. Third person, female, subject pronoun she, object pronoun her, possessive adjective her, possessive pronoun her, reflexive pronoun herself. Repeat with me. Third person, female, subject pronoun she, object pronoun her, possessive adjective her, Possessive pronoun hers. Reflexive pronoun herself. Third person with things. Subject pronoun it. Object pronoun it. Possessive adjective its. In possessive pronouns we don't use. In reflexive pronouns itself. Okay, we have with third person with things, we have subject pronouns. Can you say it with me? It. Object pronoun it. Possessive adjective its. We don't use possessive pronouns. Reflexive pronoun itself. Now we have first person in plural. Subject pronoun we. Object pronoun us. Possessive adjective our. Possessive pronoun ours. Reflexive pronouns ourselves. Repeat with me, guys. First person in plural. Subject pronouns we. Object pronouns us. Possessive adjective our. Possessive pronouns ours. Reflexive pronouns ourselves. Second person plural. Subject pronouns you. Object pronoun you. Possessive adjective your. Possessive pronoun yours. And reflexive pronouns yourselves. Third person and things plural. Subject pronouns they. Object pronouns them. Possessive adjective their. Possessive pronouns theirs. Reflexive pronouns themselves. Repeat with me. Third person and things plural. Subject pronouns they. Object pronouns them. Possessive adjective their. Possessive pronouns their. Reflexive pronouns themselves. Okay, this chart will help you to identify first person and second person in each story. You will read another time and you will rewrite the pronouns that did you find. To finish this class, I will give you some keywords that will help you in your vocabulary and they will help you to complete page number 76 and 77 that it is your homework. Keywords: coach, noun, a covered cart pulled by horses. Gloomy, adjective, dark and depressing. Hair-raising, adjective, scary. Can you repeat with me, please? Coach, a covered cart pulled by horses. Coach, a covered cart pulled by horses. Gloomy, adjective, dark and depressing. Gloomy, dark and depressing. Hair-raising, adjective, scary. Okay, we are continuing with the keywords. Horrified, verb, to frighten. Horrify, repeat. Horrify, to frighten. Insane, adjective, crazy. Insane, crazy. Scary, repeat, guys. Scary, adjective, frightening. Scary. Okay, continue, guys. Tell, Tell. Noun. It's a noun, okay? A story. A story. Terrifying. Repeat. Terrifying. 2 more times. Terrifying. Terrifying. Adjective. Something that causes a strong fear. Vivid. Vivid. Adjective. Colorful and clear, like real life. Okay, guys, it's all for today with the story, with the pronouns, the chart of pronouns that I give you, and the keywords. You can make your homework. Please read the story another time. Read carefully, slowly. You can read it many times you want, and make your worships. Okay? Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.